Hey Chazzy Widders! Guys, thank you for very much for welcoming me back into your homes. Every single time you click on my videos and you view them, you're allowing me to actually enter your homes and entertain you. So I'm very grateful for everyone that does that. So I am going to talk about something I get asked quite a few questions on. Albolene, does it work as a weight loss tool? So just to provide some context, my kind of like videos that have been watched are mainly to do with like weight loss, and Albolene, I had amazing results. What I found is when I was using Albolene, I was in a different space to the current space I'm in my life. So I was kind of like, I can't remember how old I was, it wasn't actually that long ago. So it was about 3 years ago now, let's say three and a half years ago. I was living in Worthing, which is literally by Brighton, so probably going to say by Brighton, just to give people a bit of a context. I was working and I was in still a relatively junior role, so when I was kind of like going to work, I had no worries. I'd literally wake up early, go to the gym before work, come back home, change, go home, have a shower, go to work, come back, go to a class, and my life was very easy. I was driving, I cycled, so in the summer I'd literally like get my bike out and ride to the gym. When it got a bit colder in the winter, I'd drive to work, park my car and then walk down to the gym. But everything was in really close vicinity, so between Albolene, just having a different lifestyle, it was all incredibly simple. And then I got my first managerial posting, moved to London, and just things got hard. My job was a lot more difficult, and I don't know if it was difficult, I just struggled at it for numerous reasons that I'll probably go into in another part, in another video in the future, but I don't want to go into too much details now. But I was struggling and I just wasn't enjoying work. So I signed up to a local gym, and I think I only literally went once or twice. And I was like, I lied, about 5 times. So for the whole 1/1.5 years till I cancelled my membership, there was all this money leaving my account and I still wasn't going, and I joined a Pure Gym, and I even upgraded to the most expensive membership because I was like, okay, I now work in Pall Mall, I live in Acton, there's actually a gym in Acton 10 minutes walk from my house, there's a gym 5 minutes walk from my office, I can go into any London gym. In terms of the network was absolutely amazing, but with all popular gyms, unfortunately there were too many people, I couldn't get into any of the classes I wanted to. Therefore, it was almost like a struggle to make it to the gym. What also happened at the same time is I actually got incredibly stressed. And I don't think I've ever had so much difficulty in my life that I actually experienced proper stress. I wasn't used to stress before. I'd get stressed, by the times I was moving. And I'd literally get tonsillitis and I'd be outed for 3 to 5 days, depending on when I put my ego to one side and actually went to the hospital or to the doctors, and I get prescribed antibiotics, and because I don't take medicine, I'd literally start recovering within hours to do what needed to be done. So I started to experience stress, and the thing with stress is it actually suits me. I lost loads of weight without even trying, so I always looked amazing in clothes, and the more stressed I got, the better I looked in clothes, and obviously the more compliments I got. So that was literally my first kind of gym thing. That was me on my way to London, so I looked good without even trying. And I also had a lot of issues with accommodation, and either I was living in shared houses, I didn't like the spaces I was living in, or I was being asked to move for whatever reason, i.e. a family member needed a room and whatever house share situation I was in was no longer convenient, so I'd be looking for my next place. So all that kind of happened, and once again I remained quite slim and quite beautiful. But I'm not saying that slim's beautiful, I'm just saying this is what happened, so I was happy with how I look, and there was never a need for me to go back on Albolene. Fast forward a few months later, I had to move out my last flat because the landlord wanted to do the whole place up, and this is the thing in London, nothing's ever permanent. So I was super stressed out looking for a place. I was deciding, do I want to continue house sharing or not? And I started viewing places. I was like, can I even afford to live on my own? Where do I look? All these questions that obviously I've got to, because here I am, and I'm also living alone. And when I was in the process of moving out, my then flatmate started selling all the furniture. and one of the first things that went was the TV, and I was like, okay, so no TV. I still had the internet, but I just started reading, and this year became like a major focal point. Reading has become like my thing. I still don't have a TV in my place, and I've been here for like 3 going on to 4 months. So I was like to everyone, I joined a gym, and I went a couple of times, went swimming, it has everything I need, and there's loads of branches. And I was like to my colleagues, I don't know why I can't go to the gym. And for the first however months I've lived here, I've actually not had a wardrobe nor a mirror. So I was wearing whatever I wanted to wear, and I was actually like, funnily enough, over the winter, my personal style changed, and I started kind of like wearing clothes that covered me more, rather than clothes that required me to have my body out, which was like a bit of a difference between being younger and having to be like super skinny. Not super skinny, like a size 10 UK. It just meant that in order for the clothes to look right, I had to be a bit slimmer. And funnily enough, as I was putting weight on, my style's getting a bit more conservative. Like, I like to think I've kind of got like the cool, kind of like London gal thing, London Korea gal style going on, where you want to like reveal too much, you want to keep something hidden. And that's kind of like how I've been bouncing. And then I've got a amazing wardrobe with mirrors after not seeing how I looked like for a few months, or I had seen like vague reflections of myself. I'd literally get dressed and go to work, and I'd have no ways of knowing how I look. I had like 2 small mirrors to do my makeup, that was it. I looked at myself, and no, I started going to the gym like about a month ago quite seriously. I was doing heavy lifting and I was thoroughly enjoying it. One of the reasons I was able to go to the gym is because of this man whom I adore. I read this book, and he basically teaches you like how to disrupt your mindset, etc. I remember going to like my CEO, I can't go to the gym, and he was like, Chazza, it's simple, change your attitude or change your gym. I was like, there's no way I'm changing my gym, broskies. I need to change my mindset and attitude. How do you do that? There's so many things people say, and you don't actually quite have the tools to implement them. So I tried and I forced myself, and it didn't work. And when I started reading this book, there's some really, really good methodologies that he uses. But I think you need to sit down and decide, why are you losing weight? Is it for health reasons? Is it because you no longer look good? And then write down the reasons why you're stopping doing what you need to do. Obviously, I've been in this new job now for however long, and I work extra additional hours every single day, so to kind of like maintain a gym membership or to maintain going to the gym 5 days a week is quite difficult. 4 days a week, that's also quite difficult. 3 days is just about doable, but you need to have all the momentum to keep you going, and just to be like carrying bags and going on the train, the overground, the tube. Sounds like something needs to change. Yeah. So what was going to change? So I decided that in order to get me training, I'm actually going to do an at-home kind of like app, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. So I want to be in a position whereby I'm going to the gym like 2 days a week, which I think is doable, and my gym membership is quite cheap, so it doesn't bother me going that little often, because it makes itself up actually. Yeah, if I go twice a week, it's more than paid itself, and yeah, I'm good. I'm really, really good with that. And I thought for like maybe the other 3 days of the week, I'm going to do like my at-home fitness program using just minimal kind of like weights and using my body weight primarily. And I'm going to film a few of them, and I want to do myself a 30-day challenge, and I want to do like weekly updates, and hopefully I get there. But I realised that I had to change, guys, because something interesting started happening. So when I'm skinny and I'm thin, I attract boys that you shouldn't be messing with, but they look cute, but their life's just not together. And I was like, I can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. That's like the definition of insanity. But this weekend, like I was out on Thursday night, and I was out after work, but I had Friday booked off, so it was alright. Like my Eastern European like Uber driver was like totally coming on at me like super strong. But there was like a super hot guy come on to me like earlier on that evening, and I was like, hey babe, here's my business card. I don't know who I think I am, but whether he emails me or not, that's a different question. Wait to see. And I don't check my work emails anymore on weekends, so I don't know till I get into work tomorrow. So my Eastern European Uber driver was coming on thick, telling me like how pink I was, and how there's so many men that would die for me. And then, because I decided to go to a garden centre the other day, actually I ended up there by mistake, had gone shopping for house furniture, and up in the garden centre, I bought these beautiful plants, and I feel like a plant mummy, and I'm quite happy with my plants. So my Uber driver, he was like a Nigerian guy, and about 5 minutes away from home, he tried it on. He's like, what are you doing this weekend? I stupidly said nothing. And he's like, I'd like to take you out sometime. And I was like, okay, I've got a boyfriend, which is like my automatic default. Last weekend, I went to a party, a friend of a friend's 40th birthday party. And funnily enough, there was a guy who was all over me. I went out on a date with him on Friday, and I'm not really into him. But he like tried it on, he messaged me and he called me and he was like, do you want to go out? And I was like, yeah, I've got nothing else to do, so it worked. So that was last week. So I've had an Uber driver on Thursday, and then I had another Uber driver on Saturday, and then I went to Sano's after my Uber driver dropped me off at home with my plants, because I needed to get like some things for I needed to get food and some bog roll and kitchen roll. And this really nice man, I think he must have been in his 50s, he approaches me, and I'm wearing no makeup, hair's back, just the dress, nothing major, just me going about my tasks. He actually approaches me and he's like, can I please have your number? And I was like, sorry sir, I'm actually in a relationship. And he was so respectful. He was like, I'm so sorry to embarrass you. And the thing with each of these guys is they were actually like really nice guys and obviously appreciate the female shape. And I was like, they treated me with respect, which is awesome. I'm not ready for that life yet, guys. So I love all the guys that I met, because it was like really like amazingly self-affirming that I'm working on my personal development and just other things. And obviously I've got like a happy face, I can tell, but I've got a lot to be happy for, and I'm practicing daily gratitude. But I think it's just one of those things whereby it's made me reconsider how I look, and I need to change it. But it was good nonetheless. And every single one of these guys, or guys that would do well, they pay my lobola. Lobola is dowry, and they would pay for the full asking amount that my ridiculous cousins who think that they're going to sell me off would demand from me, but it's not going to happen. So I need to start looking like a snack again, because right now I look like a 30-course meal. And going back to my date on Friday, this kind of like put me off him. Really nice guy, let me talk, and I love talking, as you guys can tell. And one of the things I didn't like is he kept looking down at my chest. Like, as a girl with big boobs, one of the downsides to big boobs is you put weight on and it goes straight into your boobs first. So I've got it here on my breast, I've got it here on my thighs, there's some on my belly, and yeah, arms, thighs, belly and breast. And you can contour so much to like a fake. As Rihanna taught us, she didn't know how to contour until she got fat. And I think when your life starts going well, you probably indulge a bit more in food and alcohol than you should, because you're just celebrating life. So I don't want to stop celebrating life. I want to go back to some choices that I've now stopped making, such as I'd eat a lot of breakfast. Before I had like a juice every single day. And juices in the morning has been amazing. I feel so much energy like all day long, so I'm going to continue juicing because that's something I've always done, and that was like one of my lifestyle things that I always did before. I was like charity, I used to like juice and post everything on like Instagram and get laughed at. So that is back on the menu, and also exercising is back on the menu, and Albolene is back on the menu. So for those asking, the results last? No, they don't. It's all down to you. You need to keep working hard and your body will stay pink. The second you start enjoying life, it's not going to be, my clothes are not quite looking as right as I like them to look. And there's a whole part of my wardrobe I can no longer fit into that I need to fit into like yesterday. So that's why I'm going on this journey. And if you guys want to follow me and join me in it and just keep up to date, just keep tuning in on a weekly basis. And now I've actually got to set up a live for my videos. I think I've got my incentive and I've broken down that roadblock that was stopping me from filming before. So if you're one of those people who needs to lose weight, write down 3 reasons as to why you want to lose weight. Is it, as I said, for health? Is it for how you want to feel? Is it fit into your clothes? Write down all those reasons, putting them in order, and next to it write down the reasons that you stop, why you're not doing it. Whether it's I can't fit the time in, I don't have nice gym clothes. That's just all fake, that's just noise. But put all those reasons down, and I think once you put them down, you'll see that it doesn't make sense to not be pursuing your ultimate goal. All these other things are just short term and they can easily be fixed. For me, and it's kind of like, finally, write down the reasons, how you'd feel if you lost all your weight. And I think when you look at your reasons for doing it and the after effects, suddenly the process isn't that bad. And I do like watch a lot of like self-motivational stuff on YouTube. And for me, with doing like the exercise program, it's just doing a little bit consistently. One of the things that Tony Robbins goes into is can I or can he, and that's continuous and never-ending improvement, and that's how I live my life. And even if it's 10 minutes per day, that 10 minutes will turn into 12, it'll turn into 15, it'll turn into 20. You do that like 3, 4, 5 days a week, and then over 1 month, you've done a lot more than you've done before. 6 months, how do you look? Keep taking pictures, keep recording yourself. And I think if we do this journey together, it will be a rather fruitful one. So keep tuning in, guys. I hope this series is what we need to get to our goals. And in the meantime, I'll just be doing all the other stuff that we do. So speak to you soon. And once again, thank you for inviting me into your homes. Take care, Chazzy Widows. Love you.